Long time no see. New place, new setup, new content. I bet you've all been wondering where I've been for the past 2 years or so. Well, the good news is I'm not dead, despite multiple people's attempts to change that. Firstly, I moved into an actual house, and at the same time I've been upgrading my setup. I got myself a lavalier mic, got some studio lights, got a green screen, which you can't see right now because it's not set up, but trust me, it is there. And while I've tested all my gear separately, think of this video like sort of a dress rehearsal. I'm just trying everything out all at once, making sure that it works all together. So, obviously I've been gone, and I've been gone a while. And my absence hasn't gone unnoticed. What gives? Well, I'll start by saying that the channel is sort of a side project. I do not make any money off of it. And I specifically go out of my way to not monetize my content. Firstly, because I find the constant advertising to be annoying and think it degrades the experience. Secondly, because I don't want to be censored for what I have to say. Now granted, I already try to make my videos appropriate for all ages, but I don't want my content and wording to be further hampered by threats of monetary loss. Thirdly is, I simply want to stay humble. Videography is a hobby and I want it to stay that way. I want it to be fun. I want to make what I want to make without the burnout of the strict schedule and constant growth hampering that. So I upgrade my lights, my microphones, my cameras on my own time, with my own money, on a budget. And if you want to watch my thoughts, more power to you. We're glad to have you here. I don't want you to think that I stopped uploading because I ran out of ideas. That's not true. I have a lot of ideas. A lot. But there's another reason besides busyness that I haven't been making videos to share. I have mentioned before the type of work I do for a living. It is still something I take a great deal of pride in, and honestly, I don't want to do anything else. However, it is a field that comes with a lot of dangers and risk. Earlier this year, I was attacked while I was doing my job. She got a few hits in before I could fight back, and she sent me to the hospital. I suffered some facial contusions, a concussion, and some damage to my amygdala. As a result of the brain trauma, things have gotten a little bit difficult. I have dealt with depression and anxiety for most of my life. However, this brain injury has turned things up to 1,000. I began experiencing daily panic attacks, agoraphobia to the point I couldn't even leave my house, paranoia about cameras and mirrors and reflective surfaces, anxiety to the limit that I have never experienced before, and was getting desperate enough that I would do anything just to get it to stop. On top of all this, I have a love-hate relationship with the internet in general. When I was younger, the anonymity of the internet is what made me feel safe. I could be whatever I wanted to be without fear of judgment, and where I could find people with similar interests to fangirl with, where I could learn about things and share the things that I've made. But over time, that's changed. I am not sure if it was me, or the internet itself, or a mixture of both. But the internet, particularly social media, has turned into a source of fear and anxiety. I have a hard time posting anything anywhere because of the fear of criticism and the dogpiling that inevitably comes as a result. I feel like no matter what I post or do or say, I have someone attacking and belittling me for even existing. Like the internet is a game, and the way you get the high score is by coming up with the sickest burn. I understand that it's my problem and I'm the one that has to deal with it. And I'm not requesting that everyone tiptoe around me for fear of spooking or triggering me in any way. But what I am saying is that it has become very difficult for me to post anything. I haven't stopped making, but I've stopped posting. Unless I'm absolutely 100% certain that only a select few will see it. This, on top of all my new anxiety issues skyrocketing everything, I cannot tell you how many times I've deleted everything in a panic in an attempt to erase myself offline. All this to where we are now. Don't worry, I'm seeing a doctor and I'm on medications to make things a little bit more manageable. But I'm simply explaining why it's been hard for me to post anything lately. I mean, having a camera be the main catalyst of your hobby is sort of difficult when all of a sudden seeing yourself causes you to have a panic attack. I don't want you to think I'm out of ideas, because I'm not. And I haven't abandoned this channel or moved on to other things. But on top of being busy and having a bunch of other creative things under my belt, I've been dealing with some things behind the scenes. With that said, though, I do want to start creating again. Maybe not something completely elaborate to start, but some smaller projects. I want to talk about some anime I've been watching. I want to maybe do a Teen Titans retrospective. I want to talk about Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. I've been thinking about maybe making some side projects of some of the crazy stuff I've seen on the job. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. It's probably going to be more short form content, but dear lordy do I have stories. I have a bunch of things I want to do, but right now I'm just trying to get well enough to do them. But I'm glad to see you all again. It's good to be back.